In the vast, silent emptiness of space, something has changed. The interstellar object we called 3IATLAS, the one that defied all our known physics, is now revealing its true nature. Since our last report, new classified data has been leaked, and what it shows is beyond anything we could have ever imagined. This is not a rock. This is not a comet. This is something else entirely. For weeks, observatories worldwide tracked ATLAS as it tumbled on its bizarre trajectory, but then something impossible happened. Its rotation accelerated, and fissures began to appear across its surface, cracking it open like an egg. What lay inside has sent shockwaves through the entire scientific community. Leaked telemetry and deep space radar scans, originally intended for a select few at NASA and the European Space Agency, show that the object is hollow. We've managed to get our hands on a fragment of an internal video call from the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. The faces are blurred, the audio is distorted, but the message is chillingly clear. A senior astrophysicist, his voice trembling, is heard saying, "The internal structure, it's a perfect honeycomb lattice. The geometry is flawless. It's not natural." Repeat, "This is not a natural formation." His words were followed by a stark, internal memo that was never meant for public eyes. Its conclusion typed in bold capital letters: "Structure is 100% artificial." This isn't a geological anomaly. The hexagonal patterns that line the interior walls stretch for hundreds of kilometers, repeating with a mathematical precision that nature simply does not produce. It's a megastructure, a construct of such staggering scale that it dwarfs anything humanity has ever conceived. But the most earth-shattering revelation came from newly declassified spectral analysis. As telescopes peered into the glowing blue chasms opening on Atlas's surface, the data they collected was impossible. The graphs showed elemental ratios that do not exist in our corner of the galaxy, alloys and compounds that defy our understanding of chemistry. Buried deep within the energy signatures were distinct, repeating patterns, technosignatures, complex, modulated signals embedded within the object's very fabric. This wasn't just a structure. It was a piece of technology and the scale. The initial estimates were wrong, catastrophically wrong. Leaked blueprints, overlaid on the latest long-range scans, reveal the object's true size. It is not 300 kilometers long. It is 1.4 million kilometers long. That's larger than the diameter of the sun. To put that into perspective, you could fit over 1.8 million Earths inside this colossal vessel. An artist's rendering, based on the leaked data, shows our entire planet as a tiny blue marble floating inside just one of its hexagonal chambers. We are insignificant. The geopolitical ramifications have been instantaneous and severe. We've seen satellite images of emergency G7 summits, of lights on all night at the Pentagon, the Kremlin, and Beijing. Every major military power is on high alert. The world's leaders are convening in secret, discussing a reality that can no longer hide from the public. Every deep space telescope, from the Atacama Desert to the mountains of Hawaii, is now locked onto this single object, frantically tracking its every move, trying to predict its intent. But just hours ago, the situation escalated from a scientific curiosity to a potential global crisis. The object, which had been on a steady course out of our solar system, suddenly and deliberately changed its trajectory. A minute, almost imperceptible burn, a course correction of just 0.8 degrees. But that tiny change has altered everything. It's now heading towards the inner solar system. It's heading for us. NASA's most advanced trajectory simulations are running around the clock, and the preliminary projection is terrifying. In the year 2031, 3IATLAS will pass directly through the Earth-Moon system. The screen at Mission Control flashes with a single ominous phrase: "Impact probability currently unknown." The gravitational effects alone could be catastrophic, triggering earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and mega tsunamis. And that's the best-case scenario. We are not ready. We don't know what it is, who built it, or why it's here. Is it a derelict vessel, a silent ark drifting through the cosmos? Or is it something more, a scout, a warning, or something else? The final piece of leaked data is perhaps the most disturbing. A single, glowing symbol broadcast from the object just as it changed course. A glyph unlike any language known to man. And alongside it, a low-frequency audio transmission, deep and distorted. When cleaned up by analysts, a single, whispered message becomes clear. A voice, ancient and alien, stating a simple, horrifying fact: we have arrived. The question is no longer are we alone, the question is what do they want? As this manufactured world bears down on our own, humanity must confront the reality that our place in the universe is about to be redefined forever. The clock is ticking. What happens next is anyone's guess. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and keep watching the skies. Thank you for watching.